right, we're going through AI design media training for Life GPS. And so there's big picture and then there's small details, and there's kind of a combination of both that we need to keep in mind in what we're doing. Um, and so we're going to go through this is a second draft of the pane and the quadrant. And so let's go ahead and hop to
Sir, let me know you. It's not uploaded yet in Live GPS.
correct.
Okay.
Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for all of us amiable personalities out there. We're talking about how to improve our listening skills and, more important, hey everyone! Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for all of us amiable personalities out there. We're talking about how to improve our listening skills and, more importantly, how to communicate more effectively without letting our natural tendencies get in the way. So, let's get started. Now, if we're amiable personalities, we probably already know that our greatest strengths can also be our biggest weaknesses. We care deeply about people, which is fantastic. But sometimes, we care a little too much, and that can lead to issues in communication. One of the biggest challenges for us amiable types is being overly sensitive. We might think we're hearing criticism or negativity when it's not actually there. This can distort the message we're receiving, making it hard to truly
This here is kind of funny, you know, like this guy's yelling at him.
might think we're hearing criticism or negativity when it's not actually there.
It's pretty clear that it's there. I don't know that I would change that, but it's good that I see it, right? That I'm aware of it. So and the front part, the most important is the front and the end, and the front was really better, a lot better than the other. So that was really good that was cleaned up. Little stuff like this where you want alignment and flow. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
This can distort the message we're receiving, making it hard to truly listen. So a crucial step is to recognize this tendency and remind ourselves to take things at face value. Another point to consider is honesty and directness. We often avoid being completely honest or direct because we fear causing conflict. But here's the kicker. Not being honest or direct can actually lead to more misunderstandings and ultimately more conflict.
It's cool that that some of the stuff was cleaned up that needed to be cleaned up, and we didn't lose like her voice and her tone. Like when she says, "Here's the kicker," like that's just cute. That's just really cool. So it's cool that that was kept in there, and that's one of the things that when we clean it up, that we have to be very, very careful that we're not taking something, putting something in that needs to be put in, and then losing something. So that's really good that that was in there.
Conflict down the line. So practice being clear and straightforward in our conversations. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a skill worth developing. Now let's talk about listening deeply. When we're in a conversation, make a conscious effort not to become defensive. Instead of explaining ourselves or justifying our actions, focus on what the other person is saying. Ask clarifying questions to make sure we understand their points completely. For example, ask them to summarize their top 3 points from the conversation. This helps ensure we're both on the same page and can lead to more productive discussions. And remember, it's okay to disagree.
So both would have been better if it was all, but again, not worth it to go ahead and redo it. It's fine. Because both is like 1 and 1, but more. This one here is interesting. And again, not enough to change it, but
Conflict in the short term
this
can
one
prevent more
here,
significant. Remember, it's okay to disagree. Conflict
and so this is, not bad. I don't know. Like this
helps ensure we're both on the same page
when
and can
said,
lead to more productive
when they go ahead
discussions.
and say,
And remember,
it's okay to disagree. I mean, these two people are pretty angry. I mean, they're not hitting each other yet, but they're in each other's face. So again, not enough to change it. So that nothing in here I would change. I would just there's little tiny pieces that might be better, but nothing dramatic.
It's okay to disagree.
Okay.
Conflict in the short term can prevent more significant issues in the long run.
And they flip it around, I mean, it's a different picture, but it's good.
Okay.
It's also essential to understand that not everyone dislikes conflict as much as we do. When communicating with other amiable personalities, make an effort to get to their true thoughts, even if it means pushing through some initial discomfort.
This is really
This way,
good.
we can address any underlying
video.
issues before they escalate. By understanding and managing these tendencies, we can enhance our communication skills and build stronger, more honest relationships. So to wrap it all up, be aware of our sensitivity, practice honesty and directness, don't become defensive, and seek clarity in every conversation. These small adjustments can make a big difference in how effectively we listen and communicate. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on improving your communication skills. Catch you next time.
So the thing's beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, Adam. I mean, well done on the second revision and the end. And we want that to be kind of the standard. We're like it or whatever we need to do. I don't even know if you can like it in Vimeo or we can like it on the app, but it's fine doing this, sharing it. Do what we want we want a standard kind of in the back. It can be slight differences. It's not just about communication. When she says, more about communication, that's good, but there's might be other things. So this is a winner for sure. Good work. Questions?
Okay. So, do you want anything in a script wise or a clip wise?
No, don't change anything. Keep it just the way it is.
But for the future time, if we need a standard for the end, we can upload any clip that would become.
And I wouldn't have it the standard. I wouldn't have it the same every time. I would have it the same type every time, but it needs to flow together.
That means that would be we can adjust a script like this, so the standard would be same.
Similar. Yeah,
Yeah.
not the same exact, but similar. Yes.
Okay.
Hey there, fellow amiable individuals. Today, I want to dive into something that could totally transform.
Okay, now this one here, did you catch anything?
Yeah, sir.
So, why didn't you catch it before?
I would not explain, but rushing into these might didn't catch my eye.
Yeah. So good you caught it this time, but now we definitely gotta change that.
Mhm.
And so sometimes rushing in, by rushing through things, we often take more time.
The way we
Yeah,
communicate,
you're right.
improving our listening skills. Now, as analytics, we have some incredible strengths. We're detail-oriented, thorough, and precise. But sometimes those same strengths can trip us up, especially when it comes to communication. Let's face it, we often get so wrapped up in the nitty-gritty details that we miss the big picture of what's being said. Ever been in a conversation where you're hyper-focused on specific numbers or data points, and suddenly you realize you've lost track of the overall message? Yep, it happens to the best of us. One of the key things we need to work on is deep listening. And I don't just mean hearing the words. Deep listening means paying attention to the intonation, body language, and the context behind those words. It's about understanding the emotions and intentions that aren't explicitly stated. When we communicate, we tend to use a lot of words to explain ourselves. This can sometimes give off the impression that we're not confident, or worse, that we're not being entirely honest. So, how do we fix this?
Right.
First, we need to practice active listening. This means really focusing on the speaker without immediately jumping to analyze or interpret their words. Try to understand the essence of what they're saying before diving into the details. Second, be mindful of our responses. Instead of offering lengthy explanations, aim to communicate in a clear, concise manner. Think of it like an outline. Start with the main points, then fill in the necessary details. When listening to others, it's crucial not to be overly focused on the details. What we think we're hearing might not be what the other person is actually saying. Ask clarifying questions to ensure you're on the same page. And here's a tip for communicating with fellow analytics. Slow down. Don't rush through your points. Speak clearly and use an outline format. This helps keep the conversation organized and makes it easier for everyone to follow. Lastly, always check for alignment. After a discussion, ask the other person to summarize the top 3 points. This helps ensure everyone has the same understanding and nothing important gets lost in translation. Remember, improving our communication skills isn't about changing who we are. It's about leveraging our strengths in a way that enhances our interactions with others. So next time you're in a conversation, take a step back, listen deeply, and communicate with clarity. Thanks for watching, and let's keep improving together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips on mastering your career and communication. See you next time.
Yep, all it is that one piece at the beginning when it says amiable versus analytic.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're good to go.
Got it.
Hey there! If you're an expressive personality like me, you know we bring a lot of energy to the table. But sometimes that energy can get in the way of really listening to others. Today I'm sharing some tips to help expressive types listen better and communicate more effectively. First, let's acknowledge something important. Our greatest strengths can also be our greatest weaknesses. As expressives, we love to talk, share ideas, and bring enthusiasm into conversations, but this can lead to missing the really important details of what someone else is saying. So how can we improve? Tip number 1, discipline yourself to listen actively. This means focusing on the...
Oh, this is where it gets a little dicey. So in here, you got similar types of graphics. And so I don't know how easy that is to change. There's also the sound is a little higher and his voice goes down. So it makes it hard to hear him. You have to work. So if somebody has to work hard to understand what somebody's saying, they're going to have a hard time they're not going to like it as much.
Improve. Tip number 1, discipline yourself to listen actively.
So again, his voice is low, music is high, and that makes it.
This means focusing on the speaker without getting distracted by your own...
So that's a really big issue because that background, he's way low, it's way high. That music needs to either come down and or his voice needs to be higher. Now, some of these graphics we might be able to explain if anybody complains about them. Well, there's 2 people in them. One wasn't amiable and one wasn't expressive. And so, again, we're not going for perfection here. We're just trying to get something done and finished.
In thoughts or surroundings, it's not easy, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Tip number 2, take great notes. Write down the key points as you listen. This helps you stay engaged and remember the details later. Plus, it shows the speaker that you value what they're saying. Tip number 3, seek to understand the big picture before diving into the details. Ask yourself, what is the main message here? Then jot down the specifics to back it up. This way, you won't get lost in the minutiae and miss the overall point. Now, if you're communicating with another expressive, here's what you can do to keep them on track. First, give them written notes or have them write down key points. This not only helps them stay focused, but also ensures they remember the important details. Second, ask the expressive to summarize the top 3 takeaways from the conversation. This helps clarify if you're both on the same page and reinforces the main points. Lastly, don't let their energy distract you. Stay calm and focused and gently guide the conversation back if it starts to veer off course. Remember, effective listening is a skill that takes time to develop. By being mindful of our tendencies as expressives and using these strategies, we can become better listeners and more effective communicators. That's it for today. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on personal development and effective communication. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, that ending, all three of those endings are different, but all of them are good. So all of them have a similar concept, but they're slightly different, which I think makes it good. So
Mhm.
the biggest issue, bar none, is his voice needs to go up, sound needs to come down a bit. The
Right.
graphics, I would say, I can live with them. If there's things short you can do, fine. If not, that's fine too. And
Okay.
so I think we're pretty good on this one.
Okay. Just a minute.
Hey there. If we have a driver personality,
Hey, so, hey there. Not sure on that. The woman, okay. Not sure. And then a driver is not going to like this. Like, that's not a driver personality here.
Yeah,
Hey
that's
there.
some sort
If
of
we have a driver-
expressive.
This one here, this one here is going to be a driver.
Yeah.
But there needs to be some type of greeting here, and
Yeah. Because a girl is giving a voice, so I thought I need to put a girl saying.
well, it might be a girl, and it might be okay to have her be amiable or expressive. I don't know. So she's a bit, I don't want to say plain or thin or something. I don't know. I don't know if that really matches. I don't know.
hey there. If we have a driver
Okay.
personality,
So her, hey there,
hey there.
like she looks flighty, but the voice sounds like a strong woman. So,
Right.
If we have a driver personality, this video is for us. We're detail-oriented, analytical, and we ensure accuracy. But let's talk about it.
The driver's not detail oriented.
Okay.
We're detail-oriented
So we're not detail oriented. We're
is for us. We're detail-oriented, analytical, and we ensure accuracy.
see, that's not, we're analytic and we ensure accuracy. That's not driver. So we're driven, big picture, goal oriented, and we want to accomplish a lot.
Okay. Just a minute.
I mean, the graphics, the videos, and all that are fine. That's a checklist. Yep, goals. Yep, got it done. But the wording is not the best.
Okay.
But let's talk about a challenge that comes with our strengths,
This is good. This is a driver for sure.
communication. We often see the details clearly, which is great. But sometimes we might miss the broader context.
Again, this is
About it's
it's analytic. It's not driver. Like, we don't see the details. We see the broader. We see the big
Or the human element in
the human element. That's true.
We often see the details clearly, which is great. But sometimes we might miss the
I mean, rather than details, we put task. We see the task clearly. You follow?
Yep.
So rather than we see the details clearly, we see the task clearly. Just replace details with task.
broader context or the human element in conversation.
Yeah, human element for sure. The driver doesn't see.
We're so focused on numbers, data, and accuracy that we might overlook what the
And again,
other person.
we're not really data, yes, accuracy, not as much. We're so focused on the goal, so focused on the goal rather than data or rather than accuracy.
Okay.
Is truly saying. Sound familiar? Here's the kicker. Even if we fully understand what someone is saying, if they don't feel understood, the communication fails. So how do we fix this? First, slow down and really listen. I know, it's easier said than done. But try to focus on the person. not just the information they're providing. Make a conscious effort to understand their emotions and intentions. This can be a game changer in how we connect with others. Second, avoid overpowering the conversation. Our natural tendency is to ensure accuracy, but sometimes this can steamroll others.
Oh, it's not accuracy again.
Goals.
I don't know how that got in there, and I don't know if that was in there in the previous ones and I missed it, or if I said something and somebody you missed it. I'm not sure. So
Avoid overpowering the conversation.
that's good. Don't want to overpower. That's good.
Our natural tendency is to ensure accuracy.
Our natural tendency
Is to achieve goals.
is to focus on the task and accomplish the goals.
Okay.
But sometimes this can steamroll others' thoughts and feelings.
That's
Practice active listening. Nod, paraphrase, and ask clarifying questions. This shows we're engaged and value what they're saying. Third, summarize and align. After a conversation, ask ourselves, what are the top 3 points from this discussion? Then, check if we and the other person are on the same page. This helps ensure that we've captured the essence of their message correctly. Now, if we're communicating with a detail-oriented person, here's what we need to know. Get to the point. Detail-oriented people process information methodically, so avoid unnecessary small talk. Present the
Man, I don't know.
This is
Yeah,
purely,
this
I think,
has a
analytical.
lot of analytic in it, and it's like, I mean, I guess you can try to replace details with task or driven.
Detail with tasks or driven. Okay.
detailed analysis and the summary. We appreciate thoroughness and clarity. Ask
And so, it's not thoroughness. What we appreciate is, profit, speed, getting ahead. That's what we appreciate. It's not a thoroughness.
for our top 3 takeaways from the conversation. This helps gauge our understanding and alignment. Remember, just because we're quiet doesn't mean we're not listening. We're likely processing everything carefully. In conclusion, mastering communication is all about balance. Leverage our strengths, but be mindful of our weaknesses. Take the time to listen deeply, avoid overpowering others, and ensure alignment in our conversations. By doing this, we'll not only become better communicators, but also build stronger, more effective relationships with our colleagues. And that, my friends, is a skill worth mastering. Thanks for watching. If we found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more professional tips. Until next time, keep communicating effectively.
Yeah, that end is really good. So hopefully you got all that. Okay, so all right. So then we go into combined.
Hey everyone, Mark Boersma here. Today, we're diving into how amiable personalities can become better.
Why is there Mark Boersma here?
It might be because I added into the script Mark Bosma channel.
All right.
Do you
well,
want to move that?
no, you definitely don't want Mark Boersma here.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Communicators by taking action and honing deep listening skills. If we've identified as an amiable type, we're in the right place. First up, let's understand that amiable personalities are naturally warm and friendly. We prioritize relationships, and that's a great start for effective communication. But we need to adapt our style to connect better with different personality types. When we're talking to expressive or driver personalities, speed up our speech a bit. These folks like energy and pace. show enthusiasm and match their tempo to keep them engaged. For analytic and driver personalities, it's all about staying focused on the task at hand. They appreciate structure and clarity. Keep our communication clear, concise, and on topic. Remember, different personalities think and communicate differently. By considering these differences, we'll have far better success in our interactions. Now let's talk about those amiable levels. If we test it as a 2, we're the highest amiable there is. Our strengths and weaknesses are magnified. If we're a 3, that's still pretty high. A 4 to 6 means we're a moderate amiable, and a 7 or 8 indicates we're a low amiable. Regardless of where we fall on the amiable scale, there's always room for improvement. Go through the other short videos again, take notes, and review them. Determine specific actions we will take to enhance our communication skills. Write down those actions and discuss them with our ARRT mentor and 2 ARRT buddies. And here's a key point: deep listening. It's not just about hearing words. It's about understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. Practice active listening by nodding, maintaining eye contact, and reflecting back what we hear. This shows the speaker that we value their input and strengthens our connection. Lastly, pay attention to our words, tone, and pitch. For amiables, a calm and steady tone works best. Avoid sounding too passive, but also avoid coming across as aggressive. Strike that balance where our warmth and sincerity shine through. In conclusion, being an amiable personality is a strength in itself. By adapting our communication style and practicing deep listening, we can connect better with everyone around us. So take these actions, review our...
I would take out that graphic. I would take out this video.
So take these actions, review our notes, and discuss with our ARRT mentor and buddies. Let's make our interactions more meaningful and effective. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep communicating effectively.
Hey there, analytical minds. If we're accountants or working in tax, chances are we lean heavily on our analytical personalities. Today, I'm here to help us become better communicators by using our strengths to our advantage. Let's dive into how we can step up our communication game. First things first, understanding that different people have different communication styles is key. As analytical personalities, we thrive on data and logic, but not everyone is wired the same way. When we're talking to someone who's more expressive or a driver personality, we should speed up our pace a little. They're more about action and results, so we should match their energy to keep them engaged. Now, when we're interacting with expressive or amiable personalities, it's important to get a bit more personal. We should talk about people, feelings, and experiences. This might feel unnatural at first, but remember, it's about making the other person feel comfortable and understood. By considering their way of thinking and communicating, we'll find our conversations more fruitful and less frustrating. Let's talk about the levels of analytical personalities. If we tested at a 2, we're at the highest level, meaning our strengths and weaknesses are magnified. We might find it challenging to express emotions or relate to others on a personal level. Practice makes perfect, so we should consciously work on being more expressive in our tone and pitch. If we're a 3, we're still highly analytical. We should continue to practice or relate to others on a personal level. Practice makes perfect, so we should consciously work on being more expressive in our tone and pitch. If we're a 3, we're still highly analytical. We should continue to practice those personal touches in our communication. For those of us in the 4 to 6 range, we're moderately analytical. This means we have a bit more flexibility to opt. We can switch between the logical and the emotional more easily. Should use this to our advantage when communicating with different personality types.
So again,
for those of us
Adam, watch your voices. Like you gotta, when you're listening to these things, you've got to erase, all of your knowledge, and you got to be thinking, I'm listening to this for the very first time. And so, and then you've got to get other people. So I don't know how many times I'm going to do this, a couple, but I'm not going to do it forever. Other people need to go ahead and learn how to be able to listen and see and process this stuff. And they may not catch it. And so if you don't nail it the first time, it might get all the way through, and that's not good. Does that make sense, Adam?
Yes, sir.
So the sound has the speakers got to go ahead, especially on a communication, right? Like if you can't hear, that's kind of communication 101.
Tested at a 7
Yeah.
or 8, we're lower on the analytical scale. This gives us a natural ability to connect on a personal level, but we shouldn't forget to back up our points with data and facts when needed. This balance will make our communication even more effective. Here's an action plan for all us analytical minds out there. Go back through any other short videos we've watched. Take notes, review them, and determine specific actions we'll take to improve our communication. Write down these actions and discuss them with our AR Art mentor and 2 AR Art buddies. Collaboration will help reinforce these new habits and keep us accountable. So there we have it. By understanding and adjusting to different communication styles, we can become more effective communicators. Remember, great communication is not just about speaking, it's about listening deeply and making others feel heard. Keep practicing and we'll see amazing results. Thanks for watching and happy communicating.
Interesting. Okay. Hmm.
Hey everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial. Hey everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for all of us expressive personalities out there. How to communicate better. Whether we're working in an office or just people who love to express ourselves, these tips are going to be game changers. First things first, let's break down what it means to be an expressive personality. We're energetic, enthusiastic, and we love to share our thoughts and feelings. But here's the catch. Not everyone communicates the same way we do. So, how can we bridge that gap and connect more effectively with others? Let's find out. Tip number 1. Slow down when talking to amiable or analytic personalities. We know we've got a lot to say and we're excited, but take a breath. These personalities appreciate a slower pace and clear, concise communication. When we're chatting with drivers or analytic personalities, focus on tasks. They're goal-oriented and appreciate when we get straight to the point. So, less about feelings and more about facts and objectives. This might feel a little unnatural at first, but trust us, it makes a huge difference. Next, understand that other personalities think and communicate differently than we do. This is key. When we consider their perspective, our communication improves dramatically. Remember, it's not just about what we say, but how we say it. Now let's talk about the spectrum of expressiveness. If we test it as a 2, we're at the highest level of expressiveness. That means our strengths, like enthusiasm and energy, are magnified. But so are our weaknesses. If we're a 3, that's still pretty high. A score between 4 and 6 is moderate, and if we're a 7 or 8, we're a low expressive. Here's a pro tip. Go through other short videos on communication strategies and take notes. Review those notes and determine specific actions we will take. Write them down and discuss them with our ARRT mentor and 2 ARRT buddies. By doing this, we're not just learning, we're taking action, and that's what it's all about. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening deeply and understanding. When we make an effort to adapt our style to others, we create stronger, more effective connections. So let's start putting these tips into practice today. Slow down, focus on tasks, understand different perspectives, and take actionable steps to improve. We've got this, expressive personalities. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on becoming a better communicator. Until next time, keep expressing and connecting.
So yeah, the voice, it's not real expressive, not terrible. I guess I'd be fine with, going through. I mean, I think this is okay. And so so this one here, Did you see that? So I click on driver and it brings up this, mastering communications for expressive personalities.
Right.
Hey there, everyone. Today, let's dive into how driver personalities can
So this here, the naming isn't right.
Right.
become better communicators. As someone with a driver personality, it's crucial to understand that communication styles vary greatly. By adjusting our approach, we can significantly improve our interactions with others. First, let's talk about deep listening. Driver personalities often love to lead and direct conversations, but it's important to remember that listening is just as vital. When conversing with amiable or analytic personalities,
Again, I would take that picture out, that video out.
we should slow down. Take
Yeah,
the
that's
time to
the
truly
same
hear what
framework.
they're saying. Show empathy and validate their feelings. This fosters trust and makes the conversation more meaningful. Now, on to the power of words, tone, and pitch. Driver personalities naturally have a direct and assertive tone. Use this to our advantage by adding clarity and confidence to our conversations. However, be mindful of our audience. Adapt our tone to be more subdued when speaking with analytic personalities. They appreciate clarity and precision. When engaging with other drivers or amiables, don't shy away from small talk. Ask about their family, friends.
So when talking with other driver and amiables, it's actually amiables and expressives. So are you time stamping this? Are you, when you're taking notes, do you put 107 and then do you time stamp it then, or how do you take notes to clean it up?
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Friends and experiences. Sharing personal stories and emotions can strengthen our connection. Remember, it's not just about the facts, it's about the feelings too. Understanding that other personalities think and communicate differently is key. For instance, a high driver personality might communicate with directness and urgency, while an amiable personality values harmony and consensus. Recognizing these differences allows us to tailor our communication style appropriately. If we've tested as a high driver, say a 2 or 3, our strengths and weaknesses are magnified. This means we need to be extra conscious of how our communication style impacts others. Medium drivers between a 4 and 6 strike a balance but still need to adjust based on the audience. Low drivers, 7 or 8, might find it easier to adapt but should still be aware of their natural tendencies. So, what actions should we take? Review our notes from other videos. Identify specific steps to improve our communication skills. Write these down and discuss them with our ARRT mentor and 2 ARRT buddies. This collaborative approach ensures we're accountable and continually improving. Remember, effective communication isn't just about talking, it's about connecting. By slowing down, listening deeply, and adapting our style, we can become better communicators. So go out there and make those connections count. Thanks for watching. If we found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on effective communication. See you next time.
Okay. Questions, Adam, on any of these 8?
Yeah, these are using reusing many frames in many videos.
The way that I've kind of rationalized it in my own mind, I'm not saying it's right, but a lot of the frames have multiple people, so it could be multiple
Personalities.
personalities. The other is the whole concept is communication. So,
Right.
if somebody comes back and says there's a lot, it's like, well, it was designed to be that way. So it's like a series in a TV, like a Netflix series where you're going to have similar scenes or similar people because they're similar topics. So I think I can live with it now that I have a way to do it. Obviously, you want to be careful on that. if all of them, if we talk about addressing conflict or so because this is one theme, which is all communication, I think it actually might work out okay. Obviously, the less you can do of that, probably the better.
Yeah, I've I have just write my notes on the videos that needs to be changed.
Okay, cool. Cool. Anything else you have, sir?
Not for now, sir.
Okay. So make sure I'm getting these things over to you. I don't know that I am, but I'm going to jump out, get it processed, get back in so it's in its own separate world. But make sure that these get put in and processed. Mary Jo should watch these. You should have probably 2 to 4 people that almost specialize in this kind of stuff. Somebody's
Oh.
going to have to make the hard calls. And that is, this isn't high enough quality. We need to tighten this thing up. And it
Yeah,
should be me.
right,
If I'm coming back, if I'm coming back and saying, hey guys, this is not high enough quality, that is an epic failure
right.
because I'm not really all that picky. I mean, I'm driver mode, kick this stuff out, if it's okay. So if I'm coming back and I'm saying it's not high enough quality, I'm going to let stuff go through that, probably should go through.
Got it.
So anything else, Adam, you have?
No, sir.
All right. Good work, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.